Hello my dear genius, welcome to 360-degree class. Today in this problem solving series we are going to discuss about the problems from chemical reaction and equation. So the first problem is, what are physical changes? This is not chemical, this should be physical. Okay, it should be physical. Okay. Now physical changes are those changes which are reversible in nature. What do you mean by reversible? Reversible means if something is reversible, it means we can regain its original form. Okay. So one example, ice. Okay, which we get from water. Okay, ice we get from what? Water. Water. Now from ice we can get what? Water. So this is what? Reversible process. Now second problem is that what are chemical changes? Chemical changes are those changes which are irreversible in nature. So we can say that it is the opposite of what? Physical changes. Opposite of physical changes. Okay. Example: burning of candle. You can say. Okay. The third question is, what are chemical reaction? So, to define chemical reaction, we need physical changes and chemical changes, which we have already done. So now, chemical reaction are the process in which new substance with new properties are formed. These two terms is very important to define a chemical reaction. For example, say H2 plus O2 gives us what? H2O. Okay. Now, these are the substances which react to form a new substance, that is water. Okay. This is water. Now, hydrogen have a different property, that is it burns with a pop sound, and oxygen helps in burning, but water prevents in burning. So, these two substances react, okay, react to form a new substance, water, that is with new properties. Okay, this is the definition, you can say. Now some more example: digestion of food, burning of candle, curd from milk. All these are what? Chemical reaction. The next problem is that which one of the following is not a chemical reaction? Okay, the option is digestion of food, it's a chemical reaction. Okay, cut from milk, chemical reaction. Ice from water, not a chemical reaction. Burning of candle, it's a chemical reaction. Okay, so the option is the correct option is this is not a chemical reaction. This is a why this is not a chemical reaction? Because it is reversible process. Okay. The next question is, what are the reactants in the following chemical reaction? Now, what do you mean by reactants? What do you mean by reactants? Reactants means the substances which takes part which takes part in a chemical reaction. Part in a chemical reaction. Okay. So here in this reaction, zinc and sulfuric acid are taking part in chemical reaction. Okay, these two substances. So these are what? These two are reactants, and these two are what? Product. Now what is product? Product are the result of a chemical reaction, you can say. So zinc and H2O. Option 1, no. B, no. C, zinc and H2SO4. So this is the correct answer. This is also not a chemical reaction. Okay. So these are not reactants. These two are reactants, zinc and H2SO4. So the next question is, why should a magnesium ribbon be cleaned before burning in air? This is from our NCERT book. Okay. Now, burning a magnesium ribbon is cleaned to remove the protective layer of magnesium oxide from its surface so that it may readily combine with the oxygen of the air. So, magnesium ribbon have a protective layer of magnesium oxide, okay, due to which the oxygen does not contact with magnesium ribbon, okay, which cause or which we can say that which prevent the burning process, okay, or you can say which slow down the burning process. That's why we clean this magnesium ribbon to remove this protective layer so that it can directly contact with the oxygen can directly contact with magnesium ribbon and can make it faster. Okay. Now next problem is, which one of the following is a characteristic of a chemical reaction? Evolution of gas. This is a chemical. This is a characteristic of a chemical reaction. Then formation of precipitate. Okay, this is also change in color. This is also then change in state. Yeah, this is also a characteristic. Then change in temperature. Yes. So all of the above. Okay, this is the right answer. Now, what is precipitate? Precipitate is a solid product which separates out from the solution during a chemical reaction. So, if we take a simple example, when we put what sand in a glass of water, after some time, we can observe that the sand settle down on the bottom of this glass, and we can consider this sand as a precipitate in this direction. Okay. Which gases evolve when magnesium reacts with a dilute acid? Remember one thing: whenever a metal react with acid, it always produces what? H2 gas. Okay. So hence the option is B, that is H2. Describe all the characteristics of a chemical reaction with example. Okay. So following are the characteristics of chemical reaction. First one is evolution of gas. So whenever we react a metal with acid, it always produces what gas? For example, zinc plus H2SO4 gives us what? Then SO4 plus H2. Okay. Then formation of precipitate in this reaction, we can say that whenever lead nitrate and potassium iodide react together, we get yellow PPT, that is lead iodide and potassium nitrate. Okay, lead iodide is the yellow PPT. Okay. Then change in color. There are two examples. The chemical reaction between citric acid and purple colored potassium permanganate solution is characterized by a change in color from purple to colorless. Okay, purple to colorless. Then here in this reaction, the chemical reaction between sulfur dioxide gas is characterized by a change in color from orange to what? Orange to green. Then change in temperature, it can be two types. Sometimes it may be produce, or you can say release heat, and sometimes it can be absorb heat. Okay, so exothermic and endothermic. Whenever there is a rising temperature in a chemical reaction, then it is called exothermic, and endothermic whenever there is an absorption of, or you can say that decrease of heat, then it is called endothermic. Exothermic example: calcium oxide plus H2O, gives us calcium hydroxide. This is slake lime. Okay, you can say this is slake lime, SLSC. So it is slake lime, and COO means quick lime. Quick lime. Okay, these are very important. So next, endothermic. Whenever we react barium hydroxide with ammonium chloride, we get barium chloride, ammonia, and hydrogen. Here, if we observe, then we can observe that it is a what endothermic, and a lot of heat is absorbed by this reaction. Okay. Then change in state, example burning of candle. Okay. Now next problem is, what is a chemical equation? Okay. Chemical equation, you can say in simple word that it is a representation of a chemical reaction with their symbols, or you can say formula. Okay. Here the definition, if you see that the method of representing a chemical reaction with the help of symbols and formula of the substances involved in it is known as a chemical equation. Okay? It's very simple. Example, if you see H2 plus O2 gives us what? H2O. This is a chemical equation. Then next problem is, what are the types of chemical equation? There are mainly two types of chemical equation. One is balance and one is imbalance. Okay. Then next problem, why should we balance a chemical reaction? Due to conservation of mass, of course. Why? According to conservation of mass, mass can neither be created nor can be destroyed. But if you see this example, hydrogen, here is two hydrogen and two oxygen, but here two hydrogen, one oxygen. So in this product, one oxygen get destroyed, but according to conservation of mass, mass can neither be created nor can be destroyed. Okay, mass can neither be created nor can be destroyed. Okay, nor can be destroyed. So to satisfy or to fulfill this law of conservation of mass, we balance the chemical equation. Okay. Next problem, write a balanced chemical reaction for the following chemical reaction. So have magnesium burned in oxygen to form magnesium oxide. So write magnesium to burn it with oxygen, that is O2, gives us what? Magnesium MgO, magnesium oxide. This is not a balanced chemical equation, so we have to balance it. First of all, we will see magnesium, that is metal, and metal is 1, and metal is 1. Okay, this is balance. Now oxygen, we have two oxygen in reactants part, but in product part we have only one oxygen, so we have to make it 2, so multiply this by 2. So here if you see that magnesium becomes again 1 and here 2, so we have to multiply this magnesium with 2. Okay, so this is a balanced equation. Next problem, write a balanced chemical equation for the following reaction. Sodium metal, if you see sodium metal, that is Na, sodium metal plus with water. Okay, with water gives us what? Sodium hydroxide, sodium NaOH, sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Okay, so first of all we will have to see the metal, this sodium. Okay, balance. Then we will see hydrogen. We have two hydrogen, but we have three hydrogen, so we have to make it 4, and we have to make it also 4. So if you multiply with 2 plus 2, that is 4. Now in our reactants part, sodium becomes 1, and in our product part, sodium becomes 2. So we have to make it 2. So multiply this by 2. So this get balance. Now we will check our oxygen. Okay, our oxygen, we have 2 oxygen, here we have 2 oxygen. So this is balance. Okay, so we have done it already. Which of the following equation is not balanced equation? We will check this one by one. And in this equation, in reactance part, we will check first metal. This is barium. In reactance part, we have one barium. In product, we have one barium. So this is balanced. Now let us check chlorine. In reactance part, we have two chlorine, but in product part, we have one chlorine. So it is not a balanced chemical reaction. Okay. Now, not balanced, not balanced, not balanced. Then second one is 2NH3. 2NH3. It means in reactance part, we have 2 nitrogen and 6 hydrogen. But in product, we have 2 nitrogen, okay, but we have only 2 hydrogen. So we have to balance it. Okay, it is also not balanced. Then 3 calcium oxide plus H2O gives us calcium hydroxide. So here we have one calcium, we have one calcium. We have two oxygen, we have two oxygen. We have two hydrogen, we have two hydrogen. This is balanced. Okay. So the right answer is A and B. Okay, A and B. So let us balance this equation. That is barium BaCl2 plus H2SO4 gives us what? Barium sulfate plus HCl. So if we check or if we balance it, first we have to balance the metal. Okay, we have one barium, this is balanced. Then we will check chlorine. We have two chlorine, but we have one chlorine. So to make it 2, we have to multiply by 2. So chlorine get balanced. Now SO4, we have SO4 and SO4. This is balanced. We have 2 hydrogen, we have 2 hydrogen. This is also balanced. So this is balanced. Okay. So this is homework. You will do it yourself. Okay. Now, next question. Chemical equations are balanced to satisfy the law of what? Law of conservation of mass. Conservation of mass. According to conservation of mass, mass can neither be created nor can be destroyed. Now, question number 19. A solution made in water is known as an base solution. Okay. This is what? Aqueous solution, you can say. Aqueous solution, and indicated by the symbol AQ. Okay. Now, question number 20. I think this is the last question. Which of the following is an exothermic reaction? Which of the following is an exothermic reaction? What do you mean by exothermic? Exothermic means rise in temperature. Rise in temperature. Okay. Now, photosynthesis, then respiration, electrolysis of water, decomposition of calcium carbonate. So, which one is exothermic? Photosynthesis is not a exothermic. This is endothermic. Okay, this is endothermic. Endothermic. This is endothermic. Okay. Electrolysis of water also endothermic. Then decomposition of calcium carbonate endothermic. But respiration is a what? Exothermic reaction. Okay, this is all about today's video. In next video, we will discuss some more questions from the part of types of chemical reaction. Okay, so I hope video बहुत अच्छा लगा. If you like this video, please subscribe, like and share the video. subscription is very important. As you all know that this is a very new channel, and we need your help to grow my channel. And if you help us, definitely I will help you in future. Okay. So thank you for watching the video.